Hey there, Virgo, welcome to your bonus reading. We are going to look at what is your next big change going to be. You have this open to discovery card and this close encounters card. It is an amazing time for discovery. It's an amazing time for adventure as well. So I would be open to, this card. It's like there's this, doorway, or I don't know what it is, but there's a keyhole and it's kind of like, a tree growing on the other side or something. I probably described that horribly, but there's something going on the other side of this opportunity. So I feel for a lot of you that this is definitely encouraging you to, just explore life in general, try new things, see what happens. And, a lot of people have been getting these energies that have been saying that variety is the spice of life right now. Or, we kind of need to go see what's out there and look at other ways of, living, solving problems, whatever. And that's exactly what I would do with that card. The Close Encounters card, of course, has butterflies on it here, Virgo. Every single reading I've done for you since the beginning of time has had butterflies in it. So there could be some big transformations or changes that you are experiencing at this time. And we'll have to see what those changes are, of course. But let's see what is going on for you here, Virgo. You start with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and kind of like, tapping in, using your resources to become more successful. And so I think it would be a great time to be resourceful and to tap into resources. You also have the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, so money looks pretty good here. And there could be some financial changes that you are making. I would also say that if you are moving, this is actually a very good reading. You have the World and the Tower, and most people think of the Tower as a bad thing. But with the World card, it can just represent a move that puts you in a new reality. So if you are moving or planning on moving, I feel really good about this because it could be a move that changes your finances or, a move that improves your resources. Sometimes we live somewhere that's just expensive. I moved from Seattle, which is very expensive, to somewhere cheaper. And every month I'm like, why do I still have money? And the reason is because I'm not paying an insane amount for electricity anymore, right? So, again, sometimes I think a move can create a change and it can, improve our finances, lower our bills and all that other good stuff. So if you're making that change, it looks good. You have the Five of Swords. I do feel like some of you could be or have gone through a breakup. Because, again, the Tower is showing up in the area of your closest relationships, and also you have this Five of Swords. So the Tower in this area of the reading can represent a significant change in a connection. And so it doesn't have to just be love. It could be any connection where you have experienced a significant change. And again, clearly something has happened, probably already. And the Five of Swords would represent walking away. The winner. The Five of Swords is your crossing energy. Now, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you, but you kind of have a choice on how this turns out. The Five of Swords says, walk away with your head held high, and that's kind of what's popping into my head here. So for any of you that are walking away from anything, it could be a job, it could be a person or a group of people or whatever. I would make sure that you're kind of maintaining your integrity here and walking away with your head held high. I feel that you never know, right? Walking away with confidence could really help you in the future in some way. So that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Moon. I feel that, I've only done a few of these readings so far, but I kind of feel that a lot of people are probably going to get cards like the Moon in the area of what's on their mind. Just for the near term, we're still in a time of a little bit of confusion. We kind of have this lack of clarity going on right now. But there are also a lot of things that I believe are bringing clarity during this time, but I think it's really important that we stay focused. I think the best thing that everyone can do right now is to pick one thing and make it happen, even if you're confused, right? Even if you don't know what to do. Because there are so many things that I've done in my life where I had no clue what I was doing, but then I learned as I went. And we are definitely in a time where we kind of maybe need to learn as we go on a project or a business, or, it could be something you want to do for your health. Could be anything. But again, I think the thing that helps you the most is to pick one goal and say, I want to accomplish this, whatever it is, And I would just take one step every single day toward it. Because even if you're confused, even if you don't know what to do, right, it doesn't matter. Take it. Do it anyway. And I feel the people that do that are going to make progress from now on. The people that don't are going to go backwards. So, don't be one of the people that's going backwards. In the area of your foundation, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is amazing. The Nine of Pentacles is Empress energy. The Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries as well. It seems to me like it's a really good time for practicing gratitude. Again, I've noticed this for a while now. I started getting all these cards of gratitude coming up in readings, and, I always like to pay attention to those collective energies because clearly there are energies that we should be working with. And I would be practicing gratitude in any way you possibly can right now. I mean, just go online or search for it. There are a billion, gratitude exercises you can do. You can just say, I am grateful for this, every single morning as well. So I would do something because, like I said, it comes up in all the readings. The Nine of Pentacles is also just getting to this place where you can kind of take care of yourself. She might not have mind-blowing amounts of wealth, although she is a card of wealth, but she is kind of like working on creating heaven on earth. So I always say the Nine of Pentacles really is the card of creating heaven on earth. It doesn't say that you do have heaven on earth right now, but it does say that you could be taking the steps necessary to live a life that you will be grateful for. And so I would start taking those steps with that card. Next, in the area of your past, this is the energy you are moving past. You have this Divine Infinity card. It says, challenge yourself to go beyond your limitations, and you'll find your infinity. Everybody again is getting cards like this. So we have to, like I said with that open to discovery card, push ourselves to that point where we normally give up on something and take one more step. You have this Lone Wolf card. It says, listen to your inner wolf and embrace your sacred wild nature that thirsts for freedom. So yeah, I think we all know the things that we need to do to create more freedom, but usually, we have to sacrifice a little bit of freedom up front before we can gain true freedom, right? It's like if you want to be financially free, then maybe you have to work on a business for a while and sacrifice a few nights here and there, working on it. But, usually it's worth it because if you build something successful, then you're set free. And I kind of feel like that's what this card is talking about. You have the Star. I feel really good about this because you have the world showing up in the area of the very near future. It's almost like something that you thought was a dream is becoming more of a reality now. I'm not saying that you're manifesting your dream overnight or anything like that, but I do believe you are starting to see how something is possible, which is great. The whole point of the Star is that she is pouring this water onto the land here. This water comes from the pool of universal consciousness, and it's flowing out into the world. And so the Star literally says what's possible for one person is possible for you. If someone has done something that you want to do, then it is possible. And really, that's what I'm getting off of the Star card in your reading, is that, something that maybe you thought was impossible is becoming a little bit more possible. So I would start taking those steps like I said earlier. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have the Solitude card and this Embracing card. Some of you maybe have been in solitude or you've been kind of learning how to be independent. We have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is a card of independence, and so I feel you've kind of learned how to enjoy that energy. And maybe you've learned how to enjoy yourself as well. The thing is that also in the area of the very near future, you have the World. The World really would represent opening up to the world or stepping into a new world. So I don't think you're going to be alone if you are alone for very much longer. A lot of you could be forming new connections. You even have that Tower card in the area of your closest relationships, which again, the Tower does not have to be a bad thing. Could just say you're entering into a new reality, which is kind of what this reading looks like to me. And so the Tower is saying you're surprised by meeting new people, or you're entering into a new reality. And when we enter into a new reality, there are new things that we have to learn, and by doing that, you're kind of expanding. So that's the feeling I get off of the World. Really wouldn't surprise me if some of you were thinking about moving here, or if you already are moving, and if you're moving, I feel it's going to be very good. Next, in the area of your outcome row, you have this Inner Work card. It says, don't be afraid to prioritize your personal growth and spiritual development. Health and wealth, health and wellness, are necessary to enjoy an abundant life. Yes, you have this Love card. It says, love is the greatest of successes. Oh, that just looked weird to me. On the path to prosperity, who can you fully experience abundance without? Again, that still looks weird to me, but okay. Again, I think for a lot of you, you are learning to create your own abundance. Remember, what I've been saying to you through past readings is that love changed for you during a significant period of your life, but probably having to do with your value, which we've definitely talked about before. And maybe that's what this is talking about, is you're learning or you have learned that your value doesn't come from other people, it comes from yourself. And that's kind of the feeling I get. Next, in the area of the next phase ahead, you have the Page of Wands. Yeah, I think everyone should be open to adventure. Again, I think there is a very simple secret right now, which is that you are not going to find the answers you need where you are, like where you have been, right? So we're talking about convention, just doing things the same over and over and over again. All the answers we need are probably going to come through learning, and learning from, other people. And so like in work or business, if you want to grow or make more money, it might be a good time to study, or, read a book or learn from a person you've never learned from before. I also think we need to open our eyes. We have Pluto in Aquarius. You have the Star card. The Star card is Aquarius. What I mean by that is we have to create opportunity for ourselves right now, and one of the greatest ways to do that is to go see how people do things. I know that's a very general statement, but we literally have to go on adventures by learning from other people and just see if there's a different way. Like if you have a business, maybe there are people who have similar businesses who do things in a different way. Can you go learn from those people? Can you study those people? Can you learn something new? Same thing with love. It's like maybe love hasn't been working for you, but love does work for some people. It's like, what are they doing differently? Can you learn from those people by going on an adventure and learning, and improve your life? That's really what the time we're in is about. So, but again, we have to find those, we have to put ourselves in those situations. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Tower. I do feel like some of you have had a Tower moment, in a connection. It doesn't even have to be love, it could just be a friend, a family member, something like that. I also feel this reading is definitely encouraging you to have a Tower moment. And again, Tower moments are really not bad. Tower moments are about seeing reality for what it actually is. And so, a lot of you have probably had a lot of Tower moments, I think, over the years, with your connections, like people coming in and out of your life, figuring out who's right for you, who's wrong for you. And, I would just pay attention to that with the Tower card just in general. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Really good because, again, the moon can represent a little bit of confusion on your journey, or your path, the direction you're working. The Eight of Pentacles is just work. The Eight of Pentacles is straightforward, diligent effort. And so this, to me, looks like you are getting to work in life and you are making progress. He only has one more pentacle to complete, and then he is done with what he has been working on. So I feel you are very close to a goal. Your outcome card is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords can say something is dead, done, over with. Ten of Swords can also be a blessing in disguise. He's making the symbol right here with his hand, and it's the same symbol the Hierophant is making, which represents a blessing. So if you are leaving anything behind, or if you're having a new beginning, which it definitely looks like you are, world is completion, Tower is entering a new reality, this is probably going to be some sort of like blessing in disguise for you here, Virgo. And we'll see. We're going to clarify now, and we'll see what comes up. So let's do that. That was a horrible spread. You didn't even see it, but it didn't work, so let's try that again. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, I just said Hierophant, and you have the Hierophant here. And so, with the Hierophant, we have to learn. He is teaching these two people. He's indoctrinating them into his belief system. And again, he's making the symbol which represents a blessing. So it definitely would be a good time for learning. And I feel your part of your next big change could be, you learning new ways of doing things in life, and that will probably bring blessings into your life as well. Let's see. With the moon, you have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, a little bit of confusion. The confusion we get off of the Seven of Cups is because we're thinking too much. He has a dream or something he wants to manifest, or he has a goal in mind, but there are good things and bad things in those cups. So he has the vision, but he's also thinking like, oh, this could be good, but this could be bad. It's like, if we think about something too much, we just go back and forth, and we never get started. So the Seven of Cups really encourages us to get out of our head and to find out. Like, we can't just dream about something and think like, oh, this is going to be bad, and then give up, right? Because we don't actually know. The Seven of Cups says you have to find out how a goal is going to look, or, if it's going to work in the first place. So I would get moving. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Very intuitive time. So it's a great time to kind of like slow down and listen to your intuition. The High Priestess also says there are no limits to what you can accomplish. She is the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and it kind of represents unlimited potential. So, if you're looking to accomplish something big in the world, like now is the time. But I also feel you need to embrace your potential. With the Star card, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, like working on something new. The Page of Pentacles with the High Priestess would also represent paying attention to the messages that you're receiving. Like you could be getting or having or seeing a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities, and these are the things you need to pay attention to. The Page of Pentacles is also the card of studiousness. We see a ton of learning in this reading. We see this card, the Hierophant, and also the Eight of Pentacles, can also represent learning. He is mastering a craft, so he is learning by doing, which is important. And it is interesting that you go from the Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. It's like Page of Pentacles, you're kind of just learning. Eight of Pentacles, you're more stepping into the doing side of things, so I definitely feel it's time to start, putting into practice what you have learned. With the World card, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven, most people read it as lying, cheating, stealing, but Seven of Swords really is a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. He is stealing the swords from this army that's in the background of the card here, and so he is going to war, but in a different way. And, I feel for a lot of you there could be like other ways for you to stand out in the world. There could be other ways for you to find success, and the Seven of Swords is really about doing things in a different way. I would also be careful of past connections. Again, I've said it to pretty much everyone, with the North Node moving back into Pisces and then having Venus retrograde back into Pisces later on. It's going to retrograde from Aries back into Pisces or somewhere around there, and that Venus retrograde could, bring up information. Well, but the thing with the North Node is that I think that North Node, just like intuitively I feel it, where it's more information. It's not so much like a person coming back, but you could find out the truth about a past person and it could hurt, so I would protect yourself. I would, especially having the Tower here, even though I don't feel too bad about the Tower, it's like if you find out that a past person was cheating on you the whole time, that could really cloud your judgment as far as new connections are concerned. So I would make sure that you're careful about what you learned about past people. With the Page of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. This is coming up in the area of your next phase, so this looks very good. Definitely could be a lot of happiness and, improvements coming in after a difficult period of time. Could also be new love for those of you that are looking for love. With the Tower card, we have the Justice card. Pretty good, because again, if someone did you dirty, this could be justice coming in that situation. Again, the North Node is very karmic. It has to do with karma sometimes, and especially in Pisces with Saturn in Pisces as well. Saturn is karma. So I think that, we could be seeing a lot of karma being handed out at this time. I mean, I've been saying it for months, like years, that, we're going to see a lot of truths coming out starting around now, and I was not wrong. We see all these celebrities being exposed. There will be more things being exposed as well. And, again, what we're seeing is we're seeing things get their karma, basically. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is like quick success. And, with the Eight of Pentacles, he does what works. And so, if you want to build momentum and speed in your life, if you want things to move in a positive direction, I would figure out what activities during your day are leading you to move in a positive direction. And that's what I would focus on with the Eight of Wands, plain and simple. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. You could be releasing something here, and it does feel a little bit sad to me, but not like in a bad way. The thing with the Five of Cups is that he has lost his taste for wine, and so he no longer enjoys wine, and he wouldn't drink it if he got some anyway. But what he needs to realize is that there's something better behind him. So the Five of Cups is about releasing things that you no longer enjoy, that you wouldn't want in your life anyway. But he's sad because it once brought him joy, right? And so I feel for a lot of you this is about, going on the adventure of discovering some new things that you enjoy. You have this Mule card. It says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I would be careful of stubborn people. We have Mars retrograde again. It is now moving forward, but we're still in that shadow period for a while. I tell people all the time, Mars retrograde, I would avoid stubborn people or people who aren't willing to see things your way, or at least compromise in work and business and love, all that. I would be careful of that. You have this Success card. That's what I'd be paying attention to with the star in the world, is, manifesting a dream on earth with this energy, because you will be successful. You have this Forest card that says muddled, unclear thinking. Moon and Seven of Cups for sure. And so you could be having confused thinking, or, your thoughts might not be exactly clear. There really is no good advice here other than to just keep taking steps. It's like there are so many things in life where if you would just work through the confusion and just do what you think is right, even if it's wrong, it's like eventually you will learn. It's like most things that are new to us, we don't know what's going to happen. We have to but over time we learn how to make things work, and, that's what I would do here. You have this Heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring, so, definitely could be a new connection coming in for you. You have this Dogs card. It says getting together with friends. Yeah, I feel getting together with the right people, those quality connections are really going to be supporting you at this time. But this looks pretty good here, Virgo, so definitely a lot of change for sure. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.